Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, April 24th, 2023. Stand up for your country. Well, 6 years ago, I left the Fox News channel, and now Tucker Carlson is gone. We'll have Donald Trump Jr. talking about that. But first, I guess you would like to know what's going on regarding Mr. Carlson, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. I'm going to keep the speculation to a minimum. We don't do that here. I have been doing some reporting all day long. As you may know, many of the people that I trained at Fox News now run shows at the Fox News channel. So, you know, I get information, but I have to verify everything that comes in. I'm not like all the rest of the media that just throws up anonymous sources with a bunch of gibberish. We don't do that here. So let's run it down, what we know and how we know it. So this was a shock to Tucker Carlson and his staff. This morning they were putting together tonight, Monday night's program. They were actively involved with making the rundown, as all of us do who go on television each night to talk to you. In the middle of that, boom, Tucker Carlson is history at the Fox News channel. That's how fast it came. Nobody knew. And that's in stone. Okay? That's not speculation. So, what was the decision-making process? There are a number of things in play. First of all, if you watched 60 Minutes last night, you saw a man named Ray Epps, right, tell the audience that Tucker Carlson ruined his life. I'm going to deal with Mr. Epps in the final thought of today's broadcast. But that was a pretty strong assertion on 60 Minutes. And when I saw it, I said, oh, here comes the lawsuit against Tucker Carlson and Fox News from Ray Epps. If that name isn't familiar, Mr. Carlson hypothesized that he was involved with staging the January 6th riot. All right, that's a very shorthand version. Epps, of course, denies any of that. He was there, but he says he wasn't an undercover FBI agent or whatever other stuff was floating around. Again, I'll get to that at the end of the program. Number one. Number two, there are a number of lawsuits going to be filed shortly against Fox News board of directors, people who sit on the board, okay, by shareholders, people who own the stock. And by the way, Fox News stock was down big today. Okay, so FNC is aware those lawsuits are coming. And the board of directors themselves, the individuals sitting on the board, okay, they're going to have to defend themselves. That's big. And then Smartmatic, which I don't think is a very important lawsuit, since the Smartmatic company only had one county in the 2020 election where their machines were used. So they're suing for $2.6 billion. That's just insane. They'll settle, I believe, with Fox, but for not nearly what Dominion got. But that's an opinion of mine. All right. But the fact is, this litigation against Fox News is ongoing and destructive. Tucker Carlson is the lightning rod, okay? So an interesting piece of history. When I left 6 years ago, the factor was averaging close to 4 million viewers at 8 o'clock and another 2 at 11 o'clock for our rerun. That's 6 million people, right? No cable program has approached that, all right, since I left, because that's a pretty lofty number. Carlson took over for me in the first 2 years. He lost about 1 million of my viewers. Okay, he was doing around 328, 2,800,000. Then he made a very shrewd decision. And Tucker Carlson himself is a smart man and a talented broadcaster. Anybody who thinks he isn't is a fool. I mean, he knows what he's doing on television. So he decided to go to get viewers from the committed right, all right? A lot like Rush Limbaugh did. And he went into that precinct and he programmed for those Americans. His base was about 3 million people, which in this day and age puts him ahead of most other cable news outfits. Okay. So, but in doing that, his commentary became, in many cases, conspiratorial. And again, you can make a lot of money doing that. And there's nothing wrong with doing that as long as you tell people, this is my opinion, it's speculation, but this is what I think. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't disparage that. I'm a hard news guy. My opinions are based on facts. But the conspiracy industry is huge. Russian collusion. I mean, that was insane, and every news organization except Fox embraced that conspiracy. Did they not? Okay. So Carlson had a very successful run at Fox and was very influential among committed conservatives. They're different than casual conservatives. They're right there every day, okay? Want to know what is going on. At the same time, Fox News changed dramatically from a tightly structured operation run by a guy named Roger Ailes, who is no longer there, to what they call fiefdoms. Each show did its own thing. And it maintained its lead over CNN, completely hapless, and MSNBC, which is as crazy left as you can get. An interesting footnote, Don Lemon was fired today by CNN, and he says, Lemon, they didn't even tell him. They just texted him. Now, Lemon was fired primarily because his ratings are very low. They were low in prime time. They are low in the morning. He's a lightning rod like Tucker Carlson, so CNN felt we don't need him. He's not bringing in any money. And that brings me to the most essential point of this talking points. All right? Tammy Wynette is not part of television news. Okay? None of those operations are going to stand by their man. When the going gets rough, you're going to get thrown right overboard no matter who you are. That's the way American corporations work. You may have noticed that ABC News had a big purge in its executive ranks. CBS News, I understand, will soon follow. It doesn't matter how successful you are. It doesn't matter how loyal you are as a worker. Nothing matters. If the corporation feels you are a deterrent in any way, and it's more than you're bringing in, it's not worth it, you're gone. Now, I assume they'll have to pay out Tucker Carlson's contract. They had to pay mine out. Okay? I mean, unless you violate some rule, all right? So I assume that Mr. Carlson will walk away with a nice piece of change. But it doesn't mitigate the turbulence in his life. All right? It doesn't. I know he didn't want to go out this way, and I don't even know if he knows what the inner decision-making was. But this will have a tremendous effect on the future of the Fox News channel, no doubt about that. But more importantly, on Republican politics in the 2024 presidential election. Because the Republican Party, most of it, paid attention to Tucker Carlson. Donald Trump just sat down with the man 2 weeks ago for an extensive interview, even though Tucker Carlson said disparaging things about Donald Trump. Trump overlooked it and said, you know, this guy's got a big audience, I'm going to go in and talk to him. So now, with Rush Limbaugh deceased, Tucker Carlson vanished, the Republican Party still has some clout. Sean Hannity, big time radio audience and television. All right, and he's going to support the Republican candidate, there's no doubt. Laura Ingraham will. But the Republican profile in the media is much less now. And that will have an effect on mostly independent voters, because the word won't get out as fast, whatever the word may be. So all in all, this is, I want to check my notes to make sure I didn't, I actually was doing really aggressive reporting today. I got my little notes, I got it all over the place. I don't want to forget anything. Nope, I think I got it. So now you have it. Now I'm going to discuss this on News Nation tonight, 8 o'clock. I'll be a whole bunch of Glenn Beck radio tomorrow, and I will be continuing to assemble information because this is a complicated story. And there'll be reaction to the story, obviously. And again, we're not speculating here. We're not doing that. I'm telling you what we know to be true. And that's the memo. Well, you did the tough thing during COVID. You paid your people and pulled your business through the pandemic. And now you could qualify for up to $26,000 per employee at covidtaxrelief.org. Government funds are available to reward companies with 2 or more employees who stayed open during COVID. This is not a loan. You don't have to pay it back. Nobody knows about this more than the CPAs and tax experts at covidtaxrelief.org. You pay nothing up front. They do the work and share a percentage of the cash they get back for you. Even those businesses who took PPP loans can qualify. Nonprofits and churches as well. So let covidtaxrelief.org help you get up to $26,000 per employee. Visit covidtaxrelief.org. That's covidtaxrelief.org. Let's go to the mail. Lewis James, Cypress, Texas, with all the big problems America has, who cares if Hunter Biden benefited from his father's position? Happens every day in this world at all levels. I know it happens every day, Lewis, but if a sitting vice president, Joe Biden at the time, is using government planes and influence to enrich his son and other members of his family, that is a crime. Okay, so I care. Adam Plunka, Baltimore, Maryland. I liked how you asked Speaker McCarthy if he'll endorse a candidate. My question to you, O'Reilly, is will you endorse? No, I never do. Never endorse a candidate. Obviously, I'm going to tell you who I favor. Okay, I have to as an analyst, but I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, Adam, because you're smart enough to know. I don't tell you. Al, Bill, you say declare the cartels terrorist groups and drone them. You don't like it too bad, Obrador. That's an accurate quote. That's what I said. Okay? I agree, but Biden won't do it. Of course he won't do it. And I hope you read my column. Okay? Yesterday, the 2 worst. Biden's one of the 2 worst presidents. And I get into the border. Of course he won't do it. That's why he's one of the worst. Jillian, I think the no camping law is a great idea, but it would only work if everyone passed it. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening in big liberal-run cities. But Jillian, if you don't pass the no camping law that I propose locally, then you don't get any federal money. You don't get a dime. You see it pass it go. We'll see what happens then. John Tortorisi, Hampton, New Hampshire, just had a worker around 40 years old tell me he doesn't care who gets in as president or any politician running for office. They're all crooks, and he could not care less for the people. That was exactly what I believe the average worker feels. Well, look, if the average worker doesn't care about who the next president is, then the average worker is going to lose an enormous amount of money. Tell them that. You vote for a progressive next time around, you're cutting your own throat financially. James Dorschel of Fleming Isle, Florida. I read Killing Jesus, the Trump book, and Old School, Life in the Sane Lane, one of my favorites. I'm almost finished reading Bold Fresh Piece of Humanity, my bio. From a historical standpoint, should I read Killing England next? Yes. Killing England, then Killing Lincoln. But Killing the Witches precludes Killing England. I mean, it starts with the Mayflower. But right now, Killing England, if you want to go historically up the chain, then you start there. And I appreciate you reading all my books, James. Very nice of you. Jim on a message board, thank you for the atheist bumper sticker. They appropriately highlight the most important element of the culture war. Yeah, I would say. Deborah, concierge member. Deborah gets access to me, all right, directly. I hope you consider that program, BillO'Reilly.com. Just look outside and appreciate your surroundings. They didn't just happen. It's God's creation. I'm buying a bunch of the stickers. Hilarious. Good. Spread them around. Sterling Foster, Red Bank, New Jersey. The white golf shirt I just ordered arrived. What a great shirt. High quality. Fits me perfectly. Listen, Team Normal gear. I'm telling you, sweeping the country along with the bumper stickers. And if you buy a shirt or a hat or a mug, okay, or a bumper sticker, you put the Team Normal and the atheist bumper sticker, one on one side of the bumper, one on the other. But we give you free two, as I said, two atheist bumper stickers free. You buy anything in our store. And I'm glad you like it, Sterling. Very nice of you. Okay, we have some specials now for Mom coming up. If you get the Women's Team Normal shirt, we will give you any audiobook free. The audiobooks are expensive. Any audiobook you get free, okay, if you buy a shirt on Team Normal. And then we have, you buy 2 audiobooks and you get for the price of 1. And by Killing Legends and Killing the Mob together, only $18. This is great. And I twin these because in Killing the Legend, there's mob stuff. So you read Killing the Mob, then Killing the Legends, particularly with Muhammad Ali, okay? But only $18 for both of them, hardback. So those are our deals in the store. Plus you get the bumper stickers free if you buy it. Do not be a petty fogger when writing to BillO'Reilly.com. PETTIFOGGR, petty fogger. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Final thought on Mr. Carlson in a moment. Hey, it's time to take care of your liver. Data from the American Heart Association indicates that adults with fatty liver were 3.5 times more likely to have heart failure than those without. The American Liver Foundation says that 100 million Americans have fatty livers. These days, we throw everything at our bodies: cholesterol, alcohol, toxins, statins, cigarettes. No wonder so many of us have a sluggish, fatty liver. Your liver helps your body with hundreds of daily functions. It's time you help your liver with Liver Health Formula. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural, American-made supplement that contains 12 clinically proven botanicals to recharge and protect your liver. So try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of nano-powered omega-3 to keep your heart healthy. Go to getliverhelp.com/Bill, claim your free gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Bill. Here is the final thought of the day. As I mentioned, a man named Ray Epps, who Tucker Carlson talked about as possibly being inciting the January 6th riot and working for the FBI, that's very dubious. Epps was on 60 Minutes last night, as I said his life is ruined, okay? And I said, boy, this is a setup for a big lawsuit. Anyway, on January 12, 2022, here's what I said about Epps. Go. I'm certainly watching very closely and gathering information. But it doesn't make any sense that the FBI would jeopardize everybody inside that bureau by launching a false flag operation or whatever you want to call it. Okay? And again, an FBI informer doesn't act like Mr. Epps. So there you go. I said that more than a year ago. Okay, I did not see any backup for that story. We are right in the middle of renewal season for BillO'Reilly.com premium membership, regular or concierge. I'm telling you, if you want solid, fact-based information, this is one of the few places you can get it. The others are in turmoil now. We are not. We are focused, laser focused on helping you every day. Smart life, tips about health, and of course, political analysis and cultural analysis. Tomorrow, I'm going to have the 10 worst ways the far left is hurting this country. So anyway, I hope you consider premium and concierge membership. If you're members, re-up, free book, bumper stickers, all that free. If you aren't, I hope you become that because it helps us expand and do more. All right? Premium and concierge membership on BillO'Reilly.com. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News tonight. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.